Hello everyone. I'd like to make a short introduction to HungryChan, a competitive supply chain simulation. The simulation or game can be used to teach the news vendor model, supply chain competition, specifically shortage gaming such as panic orders and hoarding, and prisoner's dilemma. These subjects are important topics in operations and supply chain management courses, but are hard to teach by textbooks. Just think about the news vendor model. If you tell your students random demand and the inverse of the cumulative distribution functions, many students immediately get lost. For those who know the math terms, cannot understand easily the business insights. This game provides an experiential learning experience and serves as a catalyst for students to understand the insights deeply in an enjoyable way. It also reduces the instructor's workload and makes the class fun and engaging. These are the slides for the HungryChan simulation. Feel free to change the name and affiliation here if you adopt the game in your classes. The teaching objectives of the game are as follows. First, students will try and error the news vendor solution and see its impact on the profit, so they can appreciate the news vendor solution. Second, the students will experience the panic orders and hoarding by themselves in the shortage game. They will also understand the impact of information. Third, students will develop a sense of competition in supply chains where other teams' actions may affect their own profit, which is not natural to many students as they typically only consider themselves. Finally, they will experience the order inflation and understand deeply the prisoner's dilemma. The lecture includes four major parts. First, introduction of the business cases. Second, how to play the game. And third, gaming, both the news vendor game and the shortage game. And finally, discussions to link the game experience back to the business cases. The lecture in gaming can cover one 3-hour session, or two 75-minute sessions, or three 1-hour sessions. The background of HungryChan simulation is supply chain shortage. An example is like this. Mummy bird only has one worm. Who to give it to? The mummy bird needs to allocate the worm fairly and efficiently, so all baby birds grow up healthily. An everyday example in the business world is the automobile dealers. For hard-selling models, the supplies are often insured because the manufacturer cannot adjust their production capacity easily. Thus, the dealers often have to beg for more supplies. Another example is flu vaccine. If there's a major flu outbreak or an unexpected production issue, the vaccines will most likely be insured. Like what happened in year 2004 and 2005 in the US when there was a severe shortage of supplies due to contamination, and rationing was imposed to limit the vaccination only to priority groups such as elderly, young children, and healthcare professionals. Shortages may also occur in high-tech industries because many companies use the same contract manufacturer. We'll talk more about the Selectron case later. Under supply shortage, rationing or allocation becomes very important. If the allocation rule is not designed well, you may face a complete supply chain breakdown where some people hold tons of excessive supplies while others starve to death. This can happen because of the panic orders and hoarding, and so the allocation of the supply can be completely wrong. The question here is how to ensure an efficient and fair allocation of the limited supply. These concepts are hard to teach just by lectures and textbooks, but easy to learn by experiences, like in a game. In the HungryChan simulation, the instructor plays the supplier and students play the retailers. The retailers place orders to the supplier. The supplier decides on how to allocate the supply among the retainers. In the simulation, we will use the proportional allocation rule, where the ration or allocation of the supply for retailer is the ratio between its order and the sum of all orders times the total supply available, if the supply is insured. Otherwise, the ration is just the retainer's order. This is one of the most commonly used allocation rules in practice because it's simple and easy to use. It's also intuitive because it allows the retainer to voice out its needs as they may know themselves the best. It's also fair and provides equitable opportunities to everyone. The Hunger Chain simulation is set up as follows. We have one supplier and multiple identical retailers play the game for 6 periods. The retailers are news vendors facing random but statistically identical demand. The cost parameters can be changed by the instructor. This is a competitive game where multiple retailers may compete for unlimited supply from the supplier. The retailers start with exactly the same financial status, same initial share of the supply, and they have the same chance to win.